So we'll start. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. So yesterday, alhamdulillah, we got through lesson 1. I gave you guys some homework to do. So we're going to do a quick review of what we learned yesterday. And by going through the examples again, we're going to pick out the homework. I want to see if you guys actually did the homework and not. And then we're going to finish up with hadith and then start on lesson 2, inshallah. Okay, so Bismillah, let's start with Surah Baqarah, ayah number 2. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. Can someone tell me how many nouns did they find in this ayah? And what we learned, okay, let me go over that real fast. We went over nouns with asma, which means a noun, okay? And we went over the types of nouns. We have demonstrative pronoun, which is ism ishara, pointing towards something. Then we have the pronoun, which is the dama'ir pronouns, which is used to replace a word, okay? And then we also went over the words itself, the nouns itself. For example, something that ends with a tanween. I gave you a hint, something that ends with a tanween. Another hint actually is the alif lam with ta'rif. A word with alif lam, the al in the beginning of it, this is also a noun. This is a sign of a noun. Okay, and so one thing is, we'll learn that inshallah in the next couple lessons, that tanween and alif lam, the al, do not go together. Either it's going to either or. Either you have the al or you have the tanween at the end. So some of the words here, let's go word by word. Can someone tell me the ism ishara that is found in this ayah? Dhalika. Okay, that's easy. Barakallahu feekum. Now, another word that starts with, that either has a tanween or has a al. Can someone pick that up? Al-Kitab. Okay, Al-Kitab, which is the book. Okay, the book. And that's also a noun. And kitab, I went over that yesterday. Kataba yaktubu kitaban, which means something that is maktub, something that is written, okay? So a book. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابِ, that is the book. And we talked about this response to the dua. La rayb, la rayb. Can someone tell me, is rayb? We say la is a harf because la means no. That's something we didn't learn yet. But rayb, is rayb a noun or is it a verb or is it harf? What is it? It's a noun, yes, barakallahu feekum, it's a noun. And it basically means doubt. Barakallahu feekum. Good. Okay, so it's a doubt. So la rayb, there is no doubt in it. One of the pronouns here, which is attached, we learned huwa. Okay, we learned huwa, which means he. Okay, and fihi. You see the he at the end, attached to the end of fi. This is also a pronoun, and this is, you could say, a shortened version of that pronoun when it's attached. And we're going to learn that inshallah ta'ala, that when we have pronouns attached to other words, either to a verb or to a harf, meaning to a particle or to a verb, when it's attached to it, how the form that it takes. And one of this is right here. Huwa takes the form of hu, just the ha at the end of it. Another noun here, can someone tell me? Barakallahu fi, good. Hudan, okay, or huda. This is also a noun and the meaning of guidance, okay? And I sent the word list to the administrator, so he sent it out today. You guys should have got the vocab list. I'm sorry? Not yet? If you're registered, if we have the email, you should have got it.
It didn't get it to the body.
Yeah, it was late. It was late. Okay. So, but inshallah tonight, if you look at it, and we're going to send you another list for today's lesson. So you have vocab list 1 and 2, inshallah, tonight. There's just 28 words. Most of them you probably know already because there's really words that are used a lot. So inshallah, you get that tonight. So la rayba fi, there's no doubt in it. Hudan, huda, which means guidance. Lil muttaqeen. Lil muttaqeen also has the alif lam added. Al muttaqeen. So this is also a noun. And going back. Next ayah. Can someone pick out something that has a tanween at the end, but not usually what we were talking about so far. Something similar, but different example. It's a name of a person. Lutan, barakallahu feek. Okay, so we have Lut, alayhi salam. Remember we said person, place, thing or idea, object, something like that. That's what a noun is, an ism. Lut, alayhi salam, that's the name of a person, so it's a noun. And Lutan here, it has two, it's mansoob, which is in the state of nasab, we'll go over that inshallah. But it has two fathas. It has tanween, so that's also a sign that that is a noun. Also we have dhar'a, okay, dhar'a, which is basically like to have some kind of difficulty, okay, so have some difficulty, and this is also, it has a tanween at the end, so this is a noun also. وَقَالَ هَذَا again, ism ishara, very simple. This is, and he said, this is, meaning Lut alayhi salam, he said, this is yawmun asib. This is yawmun asib. What is yawmun asib? What is the link between these two? Barakallahu feek. Okay, so we have mawsoof and sifa. Mawsoof, again, I talked about yesterday, is the thing that you are describing. So in English, we would have, like, for example, one of the examples the sister gave yesterday was sayyaratun hamra, okay, the red car. So sayyara, the car, is what you are describing, okay, that is the mawsoof. And the thing that is used, the word that is used to describe, the adjective that is used to describe, is the sifa. Okay, so you understand the mawsoof and sifa. And we said that mawsoof always comes first in Arabic, and then the sifa comes after. Okay, so here we have yawmun asib. This is mawsoof and sifa relationship. Can someone tell me which one is the mawsoof? Yawmun. Okay, yawm, it comes first. Yawm, the day is being described. What about the day? What kind of day is it? Asib. It's a difficult day. Okay, it's a hard day. It's a difficult day. And actually, I think we didn't go over the tafsir of this ayah. This is talking about the rajulan. When the two men came into the city of Lut alayhi salam, and they came in the form of two handsome, beautiful men. And we know the people of Lut alayhi salam, what they were doing, the haram they were doing. And these two men came in, and the Mufassirun, they say Lut alayhi salam, he was working in his field, he was working out, and he saw these two men walking by. And what happened is, when the people of the city, they saw these two men, these two handsome men, they all started gathering around them, trying to get them, why don't you come stay with us in our home. And Lut alayhi salam, when he saw these guys, he's like, oh, these guys are in trouble. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on in the city and what these people are doing. So he came to them right away, and he said to them, why don't you come stay with me? And they accepted the offer. Remember, it was, these Rajulain actually were malaki. These were two malak, they were two angels. So they agreed to come with him. And while he's walking with them and taking them, he started to feel this anguish and this distress. He started feeling anxiety in his heart, because he's like, these guys, they came into the city, they don't know, they're tourists, they don't know about the city, they don't know what's here, and they don't know what the people are doing. I need to get them out of here somehow. Somehow I need to save them from this home. So he started saying to them that, you know what, this is the worst place you can ever go. There's no attractions here. There's no sightseeing. There's nothing to do here. And these people living in the city, they're the worst of the people. Akhbathun nas, they're the worst of the people. So, you should stay away. We're trying to get them to just leave. But they kept on walking because they were on a mission. There were two angels, and they came. So the Prophet Lut alayhi salam says, هَذَا يَوْمٌ عَصِيبٌ. This is a very difficult and trying day. Yawmun asib, a difficult and trying day. And the word asib, from asl, it comes, this could be, one of the meanings could be like to mix something, to like churn something, to mix something. And I don't know if you guys are familiar, anybody ate ma'soob before? I'm sure you did. Ma'soob, this is one of the famous Yemeni dishes. And in Saudi Arabia there's muta'im, and there's a lot of muta'im that serve this. One of the famous one, Abu Zayd. which was right behind my house. I used to live right there, and my brother and father, they know, we used to eat that a lot. Ma'soob is a really famous Yemeni dish where they make a paratha, and then they get bananas and they get what's it called, like custard, I guess you could say, or I don't know what you could call that. But they get that and they put it into like a mixer. So they mix it up, and then they put honey on top, and some they eat it. So it's really nice for breakfast. So ma'soob, and that's because it's been like all kind of mingled together, something just like that. Yawmun asib, okay, a distressful day.
Question.
Yes.
Why is that Yawmun?
Why is there dhammas at the end? Okay, what happens is basically hada is this, okay? So this is talking about this, and then yawmun, yeah, it's basically a khabar, that this is yawmun asib, this is a distressful day. Barakallahu feek.
I think the question is why it's not Yawmun Nasib.
Yawmun?
Yeah.
Why is the Tanween on
You mean why is it not mudaf yawmud asib?
No. Why is it not Tanween Fatha instead of, as it is here, the Tanween Dhamma?
Tanween Dhamma, okay.
Yeah, it's not Nasab, but they
It's
want you to
marfu.
explain why it's not Nasab.
Okay, one of the things is basically, we're going to go over that inshallah in the next couple lessons, that why is a word, when it comes as mansoob, it comes as nasab, or why does it come in marfu state, which is rafa with the dhammas, and then, or if it comes majroor. We'll talk about that inshallah ta'ala. And here actually it's a khabar, which khabar is always marfu, it's always with dhamma. So here in this example, this is a khabar. So that's why he's saying this is a trying day. This is a trying day. So this trying day basically is a khabar, and that's why it's marfu. Inshallah, we're going to go over that, so don't stress out if you don't understand.
Word by word, the translation.
Yeah.
What the translation of each word do?
Of each word?
Individual.
Yeah, okay, inshallah. Okay, barakallahu feek. Yeah, inshallah. I'll try. I did that, I think, some of the ayat yesterday, so I'll try to do that more often, inshallah. Jazakallah. So, okay, so we have in this next ayah, Si'a, sa'a yasi'u, sayyi'ah actually comes from this, and si'a means to be, also like to be distressful, to feel some, there's a hadith in the Prophet man sa'at bihi sayyi'atuhu. So when someone does a sin, someone does something bad, sa'at bihi, man sa'at bihi sayyi'atuhu, sa'athu sayyi'atuhu, sorry. That when his bad deed or his sin makes him feel some kind of remorse or makes him feel bad. So that sayyi'ah from that same name means something that is bad. So si'ah means he started to feel bad, he started to feel this anguish, he started feeling the anxiety in his heart because of what the predicament or the situation was.
Is it the same side we doing a Hajj?
No, actually that's going to come in lesson 2. I'll give that example. Sa'i, that's with the sin, ayn, ya. That's from the Hajj. Okay, again, in this ayah, ayah number 103 from Surah Hud, we have ism ishara. Can someone tell me what's the ism ishara here? Okay. And can someone tell me some words that start with the tanween or end with the tanween or start with the alif lam? Al-akhirah, good. I'm sorry? Ayah, okay, good. Yep, ayah, good. Adhab, good. Adhab, actually, we didn't go over this yet, but adhab is also a noun. And here it's adhab al-akhirah, it's mudaf. So something that is a possession. We're going to go over that murakkab idafi, which means a possessor and possession relationship. When you have something, like my book or something, for example, something like that. When you have something like that, that's going to be also a noun. You cannot have a harf as a possession, nor can you have a fi'l as a possession, but a direct object, something that is an object, that's what you can have as a possession. So here, adhab al-akhirah, adhab is the mudaf, which is the possession, and akhirah is the possessor. So the adhab of what? The akhirah. The punishment of the akhirah, that's how it comes there. Okay, And we'll continue on, I think we went over the rest of the ayahs. Okay, here in the last two ayahs, I think we didn't go over these. We have here Mawsuf Sifa relationship again. Can you someone tell me in Surah Waqiyah, ayah number 77? Can someone find the Mawsuf and Sifa? Barakallah fi, good. Quranun Kareem. Okay, so what type of Quran? And Quranun, a Quran, okay, a book, book that's read a lot. Quran, you could say literally, or talking about a specific Quran. Quranun Kareem. It is a noble book. Okay, a noble book, noble Quran. Kareem from Karuma Yakrumu, Karamatan, which means to become noble. Okay, to have izzah and to have nobleness. This is Kareem. So Quranun Kareem, this is a noble book. And there's 4 things we talked about yesterday, and we're going to go over that today again, inshallah. But what are those 4 things that the Mawsuf and Sifa have to be equal to? They have to match each other. Can someone raise their hand and I'll just pick on someone? Sister? Ta'rif. Okay, so you have adad, which means the number, if it's singular, if it's dual, plural, whatever it is. Then you have the jins, which is the gender. Okay, then you have the i'rab, which is the marfu, the ending, the dhamma, fatha, kasra, whatever that is. And then you have the then this one, jins, gender, ta'rif, ta'rif, which is the definiteness, if it's definite or indefinite. So here you have Quran Kareem. Can someone tell me, is this definite or indefinite? Indefinite. It's indefinite. Okay, so innahu la Quran Kareem, it's indefinite. Okay, and so here we have, that's why it has tanween on it. If you have a definite word, it has a alif lam at the beginning of it. So here we have bal huwa Quranun Majid. Quranun Majid. Can someone tell me again, what is the Quranun Majid? This is Mawsuf is which one? Quran, good. And the Sifa is Majid. Okay, so noble Quran, a splendid Quran, a magnificent Quran. So Quranun Majid, this is like that. Quran being the Mawsuf and the Sifa, and they're equal in those 4. They're matching each other in those 4 things, which are again the adad. Quran is 1. Okay, so Majid is also the singular form. Then you have the jins. Quran is a masculine word. Majid does not come Majidatun. It doesn't come as Majidatun. It comes as Majid, which is also masculine. And then you have the ta'rif. They're both indefinite. And then you have i'rab, which the ending both have the dhamma thing. Okay. So next we have the hadith example. Someone want to try to read that, please? Raise your hand. Barakallah feek. Okay, so here we have An Ibn Abbas. Ibn Abbas, can someone tell me who is he? Radiallahu anhu. Close, not the uncle. He's Sahaba, one of the Sahaba, but he's the, what's the relation with the Prophet? Close. Cousin. Okay. Abbas was one of the Ammar, the uncles of the Prophet ﷺ. And then you have Ibn Abbas, Abdullah ibn Abbas. He was the son of the uncles. Okay, An Ibn Abbas. And so here we have An Ibn Abbas. He says, what does he say? قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. He said, قال يقول قولا, which means to say something. قال, he said that the Prophet, the Messenger of Allah, Rasul, Messenger, Allah, Messenger of Allah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says, and sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Salla here, Salla yusalli salatan. When it comes in our form, when we do salah, we are doing praying. When we are praying to Allah, we're invoking Allah, we're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's a dua or a prayer. But when it says sallallahu, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or the malaika, when they're doing salat, it means they're sending blessings. They're invoking, they're sending blessings. Okay, so you have sallallahu. So sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send down His blessings, alayhi means on him, wasallam. Okay, so salutations and blessings on him. Faqihun wahid. Okay, this hadith here, I'll go over a little bit, word by word inshallah. Faqihun is from fiqh. Okay, fiqh. Fiqh, what is the meaning of fiqh? Anybody can tell me? Understanding. Okay, so faqaha yafqahu fiqhan, which means to understand something. Okay, and faqihun is someone who understands. So basically someone who is an alim, someone who understands, someone who has knowledge. Faqihun wahid. So wahid here means one. Okay, faqihun wahid, so one faqih, one alim, one scholar. Ashaddu, from shidda. Shidda means to be harsh, to be hard. Okay, so ashaddu, this is ism tafdeel, and don't worry about that if you don't know what that means. But ashaddu is more harsh, is harsher. Okay, faqihun wahid, one scholar is harsher ala on ash-shaytan, on the shaitan. Shaitan comes from shaytana, yushaytun shaytanatan, which means to do evil. Someone who does evil. Shaitan. And remember the shaitan, his name was not always shaitan, it was what? Iblis. Iblis, okay? Iblis was his name before. And shaitan came after he refused to do sajda to Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. So he started to do evil. So he became the shaitan. So here, ala shaitan, it's harder and harsher on the shaitan, min alfi abid, than 1,000 of the ibad, or the ibadullah, the abid, which means a worshipper, or someone, a general worshipper, someone who does not have, someone who's a worshipper, but necessarily might not have too much knowledge. Okay? So here, we have faqihun wahid, ashaddu ala shaitan min alfi abid. Can someone tell me there's a sifa mawsuf relationship in this? What is that? Barakallahu feekum. Okay, faqihun wahid. Faqihun wahid. Faqih is a mawsuf. So what type of faqih, what type of alim? One alim. You're describing it. You're describing with an adjective. The adjective is wahid. You're saying one faqih. Okay, one scholar. Ashaddu ala shaitan. Shaitan here, it's a noun. Okay, and ash-shaitan, because it's a person, or not a person, but you have the devil. It's a being, you could say. Ala shaitan min alfi abid, and abid also has a tanween at the end. This is also a noun. Okay, so basically this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ was telling us when he said this hadith that the importance of knowledge, and the importance of knowledge. I mean, if we go on about that. We can go on and on all night. But one of the things is that the importance of having ilm, and how a person with ilm, an alim, is harder for the shaitan to trick that person and deceive that person than just a regular abid, a regular worshipper. And we have many examples from the hadith. One of them, like Barsisa, the monk from Bani Israel, and it's a long story. Inshallah, if you want to look that up. It's an amazing story to learn. Barsisa, who was tricked by the shaitan to do haram. And then we have, for example, the famous hadith of the 99, the person who killed 99 people. He killed 99, he murdered 99 people, and then he wanted to do tawbah. So he comes to the city and he asks the people. He says, "Give me the most, who's the most knowledgeable person?" The people themselves, they didn't know how to recognize an alim from an abid, so they pointed towards one of the people. He said, "Oh, this guy worships a lot. He might, nowadays, anybody with a beard is a Molvi. Anybody with a beard or someone who prays, he's automatically, he's an alim, he's a scholar already." So he said, "Go to him, he's a scholar." They went to him and he asked him, "I killed 99 people. Is there any way of, halli min tawbah? Is there any way I can do tawbah?" And the guy says to him that, "No, you killed 99 people, what are you talking about, you crazy? And there's no tawbah for you, you're going to hellfire." So the guy, he said, "Okay, if I'm going to hellfire anyways," he just kills him also. He said, "Make it 100. Then after that, after a couple of days, he started feeling remorse again. He wanted to go toward, because that's our fitrah, that we want to turn back to Allah. He wanted to do tawbah. Taba yatubu tawbatan, which means to make a U-turn. to turn back. He wanted to turn back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he goes and he asks again, that point me towards an alim. Go to someone, and he found an alim, actual alim, and he was, he told him, yes, there is tawbah, and he made tawbah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgave him for that. And there's many other examples of what, in shaitan, this is